Everybody, we're at O'Brien's Pub in Allston, Mass. We're at the benefit for Green Side Up, a business in Allston that was raided by Boston police due to the fact that they interpreted that the glass artware that they were selling was interpreted for marijuana use. Shop was actually closed down, making them not able to provide for their family, for their business, and to pay their taxes here that they've been doing for many years, operating as Green Side Up. So we're going to go inside and we're going to meet a few people. We're going to talk to a few customers and find out what we can find out about what happened. Good or bad? All right, everybody, we're here inside O'Brien's in the back area eating some hamburgers and hot dogs, and we ran into Scott Madelon, owner of Stingray Body Art in Allston, Mass., also on the Board of Trade for Allston, correct?
Absolutely, Allston Board of Trade.
So tell me, Scott, you seem to know a lot about what has happened to this business where you operate your own business. Tell me a little bit more, and the people out there, what happened to this Boston-based business?
Well, we were, had a number of these shops kind of open up here in Allston recently, and then two of them got closed. And we asked, the police liaison at the Board of Trade meeting, which she always goes to, what was kind of up with that. And they had said that, it was all licensing for the first couple of shops. They didn't have their proper, standard licenses. They had like fire hazards, too much butane, things of that nature, which, everybody needs to have together. Even we needed to have it, to get your occupancy together so that, it's safe for customers and stuff. And then about a week later, he got busted. He got arrested for, they charged him with selling, drug paraphernalia. So the...
Drug paraphernalia. Nowhere did anybody consider it art, glass art.
Well, lots of people consider it lots of things. But they were arrested by the police, So, we asked the captain for a meeting, the Board of Trade did, just because we wanted to really know what was going on. We had heard, from the police that it was one thing, and then he was closed down for another because he felt like he had all his licenses in order. The law's a little weird. It's a little unclear. It's all about intent, what people intend to do with stuff. You sell bullets, you can sell steak knives, but what people do with them, if they tell you, then you're a party to their intent. If you're not, so we're not really sure how this is going to go. But the judge seemed really nice. We went down to, the arraignment and all that, and it's going to go to trial. And today we're just having a little friendly benefit to help him raise money. He's been without any income. He owes rent. He owes, advertising programs. He has utilities and employees. And man, I can't even imagine being closed for 2 months for any reason here.
As a businessman, yeah. So,
yeah, as a businessman, the stakes are high. It's not just like how much money we're not making. Understand, here at Stingray, I have 18 employees and 12 children that would be without food, without rent, without work. Think of what that would be. It'd be devastating to 18 families right there.
And around Boston, as I know and as all our viewers know, is you can go anywhere and find glass art and other businesses around town. And
well, that was kind of a big part, as there have been businesses in town that have been operating 30 years, and, we had 3 shops closed in our neighborhood, but none closed in the other neighborhoods. And was this like part of a citywide program, or was this coming from one officer? And, you win a war one battle at a time, you eat an elephant one bite at a time.
It just seems like it's due to interpretation, to me. Maybe some rogue police officer going around just had an interpretation about this glass artwork and then just took it to the next level.
Yeah, the police are always going to have some level of interpretation when they're dealing with a person. They never know if they're going to be attacked or this or that. And I understand in a dangerous situation they have to use their best judgment, but the basis of laws shouldn't be open to interpretation by the police. And then they should be pretty clear. They're to protect people. And if the city has said, you have the licenses to do this, well, then they have the licenses to do that. It shouldn't be the police battling the city at the expense of the merchants. It really should. The police should be protecting the public, and which includes the merchants. From exploitation and and from somebody who's not competing right. Part of me is glad that it's come to light, that it's being spoken about and reported about. And most people seem to be taking the more reasonable side. you know.
Like, come on, it's just glass. I mean, it's glass artwork. I mean, we've got a lot of artists that live by making those glass artworks, and it's beautiful, some of the stuff that they produce.
Right, and if you want to take a serious stance against drugs, which, you know, I believe in going after the drug companies that have our streets flooded with pills and going after the sources of problem drugs. Well, you know, those of us who are knowledgeable know that you have to take this other bullshit off the table and focus on what's important and where the money flows and the guys at the top and what causes this. You know, you have to have intelligent legislation to clear the road, you know.
Well, Scott, we want to thank you for coming on and briefing us at KOP Productions on what is going on with this business in Allston, and we thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. We're outside of O'Brien's in Allston. Just grabbed Dex, as we say, mother bleep bleep tear, of F Nice Records, unregularradio.com, and the Boston Local Music Show. And he is a big part of this event for Green Side Up because he has actually put all the music together and got this event going. He's been working diligently, in the past 4 days trying to put all this together. And he's done a remarkable job, and we want to talk to him and say, hello, Dex. And you all remember Dex from all my videos. You know that. You're going to see a lot more of me and Dex, a little bit more on that later. But Dex, tell us a little about this event and how fast you put this all together. You get some great groups. Tell us about them.
I can't take full credit for that. Dave Crespo had a lot to do with it. The Green Side Up guys are really good. They got in touch with us. They've been a huge sponsor of the show and of the scene. Everybody's pretty familiar with what happened to them. They got shut down on a bullshit search warrant for things they didn't do, distribution of paraphernalia and such, when in actuality they just sell art, functional and otherwise, and support the local scene. And they give a shit too much is basically what it boils down to. They made a little bit too much noise. So they threw together the idea of having this benefit show, and it came in about 4 days ago, like you said, and we did what we could. Dave got on the phone, I got on the phone. Leaders Led won a Battle of the Bands that they sponsored. They were eager to jump onto it. They're playing right now. Derek Frary is a comedian. He works with Unregular Radio, the Rare and Well Done show on Wednesday nights. And he went up there and did some stand-up comedy because Green Side Up's a big sponsor over at the radio station.
So all these bands, they're basically playing for no money? They're basically playing for the benefit of Green Side Up, collecting the donations, helping with their legal fees, huh?
Basically, it's time to help support the people who support, and all these bands got in there and they understand what it's about, and we're doing it, man. It's happening. So this is all going to go to help them. It's not just their legal fees. You know, they've been put out of business during the height of what would be the busy season after being shut. They lived through a winter recession in a city where a lot of businesses aren't doing that. As a main store selling art, it's a huge big up to them. And then as soon as it was time to eat a little bit of your meal, they got closed up, and it's not fair.
As we're going around here, we're finding out that the police interpreted the use of glass artwork for drug use, which they've been in business, paying their taxes in Allston, operating as a legal business, not bothering anyone. How are they a harm to society or to us?
Apparently they were bothering somebody.
Apparently. Definite. I'm glad to see that the community does come together. We need to come together, especially when stuff like this happens to our fellow friends in the movement. Well, listen, Dex, it was very nice talking to you. You're going to see more of Dex here pretty soon. We'll let you know about that a little bit later. Unavoidable. All right, this is KOP outside of O'Brien's in Allston. Well, everybody, you saw a little about what people had to say about Green Side Up, lots of good things, and KOP really doesn't like the word intent. If they were truly, truly breaking a law, by all means, I can see shutting down a business, but for glass artwork, come on now. But who am I? I'm just KOP of KOP Productions, reporting live here in Allston at the Green Side Up benefit. Listen, guys, get involved. That's all I have to say. You see what I'm doing? Get involved. We need more people involved, because we got to stop allowing this stuff to happen to businesses as good as Green Side Up. Again, thanks for watching. We hope to see you soon.